At Save the Cat, we use the Blake Snyder beat sheet to help you craft stories that will impact your audience. This is a point in the story where you'll begin to send your hero in a new direction. We call this beat the midpoint, and it's especially important. As its name suggests, it happens halfway through the story. It's where the A and B stories cross, meaning that the hero gets closer to the tangible goal he wants, but it ends up not being enough. This point of your story is usually an up point, or false victory, or it could be a down point, or false defeat. If your hero gets what he thinks he wanted, we know it won't last long. The same holds true if he thinks he loses everything he wanted. We're going to raise the stakes, and we'll also put the pressure on by adding some sort of time clock, a deadline that forces the hero to reevaluate his goals on the journey. Our 3 films do this well, so let's take a look at how their midpoints carry the story forward. In Black Panther, T'Challa suffers a momentary false defeat when Claw escapes his grasp. He confronts Zuri about seeing the ring on the man who took Claw, and Zuri reluctantly opens up about the past. A and B stories cross as Zuri details how King T'Chaka confronted his brother Njobu about betraying Wakanda, and when his brother pulled a gun on Zuri, T'Chaka intervened, killing Njobu. Leaving his body behind to protect the secret of Wakanda, T'Chaka also left behind Njobu's son to face a life of hardship. In Coco, the stakes are raised as Miguel realizes that his life, and Hector's, depend on him winning the competition. Time clocks appear because Miguel must make it back to the land of the living before sunrise, and the only way to get to De La Cruz is by performing, something he has never done before. With encouragement from Hector, A and B stories cross as the two sing, and Miguel has a brief false victory as he realizes his dream of performing for a crowd, receiving thunderous applause. After a time apart, Ladybird confronts Danny about his lies. A and B stories cross as the topic of Ladybird's mom comes up, with Danny saying that she's scary yet warm at the same time. Ladybird doesn't believe that's possible, but she demonstrates this contrast as Danny collapses into her arms, crying and begging her not to tell anyone that he's gay. Immediately, the story cuts to a parallel scene where Ladybird's mom counsels the priest who ran the play. As he admits to his feelings of depression and seeks help, he asks her not to mention it to Ladybird. Like her daughter, she promises to keep the personal information secret. The message at the midpoint is clear. The two are more alike than they know. Obviously, you know that your story can't end here. Your hero hasn't truly changed yet, although the seeds of transformation have been planted. Our next beat will make things worse for our hero, testing what he's made of. We're going to come at him from all sides with the bad guys close in beat.